What up you fellas, it's your boy Wolf Said the Engineer and this is KSP Guide. So, as you have guys requested, I'm going to show you how to land on the moon with style. I'm personally an expert in this because I had a lot of fuck up landing on especially Minmus. The problem is you would bounce off the ground. So I'm gonna design one or two example and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the build fellas. What you're looking at is the UKS. I'm using the colonization mod. So this is one of their surface, let's call it surface outpost. I've added some inflated, this is an inflated workshop and this is I'm sorry, my English is bad, I'm not gonna spell that out. The whole idea of it is how to land with a, let's say, a suitable launch system. I made sure that the center of mass is not exactly offset, so it's gonna make the landing a little bit harder because I'm expecting all the bases that we would ever build would not have an aligned center of mass. So we will use this landing gear, which is well, it's strong. It have a 45 crash tolerance. How do you say that? Yeah, crash tolerance is 45 meter per second, and we have here a launch escape system and let's call it a landing system. Those are 4 engine landing. This is a nose cap and a separator, and I'm using here a reaction wheel. This is overpowered, but it would suit perfectly. So let's give it a go. Okay, so as you've seen, it take off and it lands simply, and all you have to do is, upon landing, just seconds before landing, hit space, and there goes your launch system. So right now your base is stable. Now that's one of the ways, oh glorious, that's one of the ways that you can land your base in it. Now we're gonna do the same, but on the moon. Alright, so there goes the moon. As any landing, you have to kill your vertical velocity to identify a suitable place for landing. I'm guessing I'm gonna land in the crater. Alright, we're coming down ever so smoothly. Make sure upon descent do not exceed 100 meter per second, especially under 30 kilometer. Otherwise there is a high chance that your landing is a crashed one. So next we will switch to the surface velocity. Now this will it will be more accurate rather than the orbital velocity, since we are very close to the ground. I can see the stones from here. We will slow down to at least 50. I'm guessing this is alright. Alright, so we're on our final approach. Let's call this a suicide burn. We are slowing down rapidly. Okay, I can see the ground from here. I'll teach you a trick, guys. If you ever want to have a smooth landing and you can't see the ground, use the light as an indicator. Always have some light on the bottom of the aircraft and use that as an indicator to know where is the ground. So ever so carefully on the land, we are going by 6 meter per second. Another trick you can use is also the shadow. The shadow of your aircraft would be a good indicator on where you are. We're coming in nice and smooth. Touchdown. Now this was a rough landing because those doesn't have a suspension, but in your design I would advise that you use different techniques, especially the RCS system, so you can land as smooth as possible. Now it's time to set up the base and jettison those engine. So there we go. Deploy. And as you can see, everything is set for our colony. I'm going to make now example number 2, but before we start, always have a modular base. Always have a base for your base, and everything else would be above it. And in other words, you will be able to use a smaller space for a bigger colony. So I'm going to put the other model on the designer, and I'll be right back, fellas. Alright, so there goes the moon. As you can see, Alright, so welcome back fellas. This is the second example and this is by best my favorite. What you're looking at is a rover slash a modular base. What we have here is the same technique for landing. I'm using both on each side to keep the center of the mass or center of thrust in the middle. But what's most important about this is it is modular. You can use docking ports and then those landing gear or landing models. This is made by the mod, but in your design you can do it the way you want and then basically deliver this model to the other models or connect them together using wheels or rovers. Again, those are modded, but in your gameplay you can do it the way you see it fit. So let's give this a go and see how will it work. Alright, welcome back fellas. So there was a drastic failure in the earlier design as oh my god, there was no reaction control. Now we got reaction control. So we're killing our relative velocity to the moon, and this should bring us down to a rather nice orbit. Okay, ever so smoothly and ever so carefully, we're trying to reduce our speed. Now the way we're landing is gonna be just like landing an airplane, but a lot faster. I have a feeling that something's gonna go horribly wrong. We might lose Bill, Bob and Valentina. Who we have else? Hernie Kerman. So as it seems we killed all the vertical velocity. Right now we are going down ever so smoothly. Our speed is 10 meters per second. I'm just worried about the tires. Those tires should come down to the ground like right now. So final approach, we are balancing our speed. As usual, do not exceed the 10 meters per second landing speed. So there we go. And touchdown, or more or less crash down. So as usual, to get rid of the engine, we're going to disable the nodes on both portals. And the engine goes. So something went, you could say, because those wheels are not working, but the concepts are the same. In case the wheel is working, it's not working. In case the wheels are working, you will be able to maneuver this base around, and once you reach the other model, you can just connect it. As an extra bonus, you can also add some decoupler on the wheels or the frame for the wheels, and once you connect to the main base, you can just decouple the wheels and have your base set up. So I'm setting up the base here. Let's see. There we go, ever so unique. And this is the favorite way of building bases, especially on other planets, because simply enough, you don't need to worry about landing at a pinpoint next to your base and then using CAS to connect the bases together, which is gonna be like stitching the base all with struts and stuff. With this way, you can just connect it using the docking portal, and it will be as one place, one point. Okay, so that's it for today's fella. I hope you learned something useful, especially for landing or building your modular bases on other planets. Now, Moon is honestly an easy one. A hard one would be something like Eve, or even worse, Duna with a small atmosphere, but that's gonna go for another episode. For now, this will do. You make sure to let me know, guys, what do you think, or what's the problem do you face in Kerbal Space Program? Make sure you put that in the comment below, and I'll definitely tackle that issue. Meanwhile, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Keep them likes coming, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos coming every day. Until then, stay tuned.